Alright guys, the time has finally come to put the engine harness in. Hopefully it goes well. I'm gonna go grab it right now. You guys just chill here. Alrighty. Away. I want to have it feed through. Might have to go from the inside. If all that can fit through here, that'll be great. Think. What should I do? What should I do? Alright, so I had to widen out this hole a little more just so the harness could go through there. Earlier the hole was this small. I made it a little bit bigger. The reason being because I want the harness to be behind the firewall as fast as possible. That way on the downpipe side, it's, you know, not as close to the harness as if compared to if I ran the harness through this hole. So I'm gonna try to fit this in and see how it goes. Alright guys, harness is all hooked up for the most part. Everything fits to how it should. I just gotta zip tie things together now to make it look a little bit cleaner. But yeah, pretty hyped on it. Just gotta zip tie some stuff. But oops. Yeah. Everything lines up. It's a good sign. I'm gonna zip tie everything up, bolt down the intake manifold, and then start figuring out how I should mount the relay panel or the relay switch panel and the ECU. So, all right, guys, check this out. I am pretty hyped right now. Everything looks really good in my opinion. Firewall hole is like perfect because then the wires could just snake right in. and it'll be away from the heat from the downpipe. I'll probably just throw some heat wrap right here just to be safe. But coils are all, you know, good length. Fuel injector clips are all good. All the grounds, cam sensor, all the pressure sensors they go to where they should go. TPS goes up right here. Crank and water temp just goes right over the cams into here. So those are all good. And so I'm so happy there's shade now. But if you see inside, I'll have the harness go up top right here, and I think I'm just gonna make a aluminum plate that bolts up to these two holes where the ECU could clip right in like this. It'll just like clip. And the relay panel, I'm not sure if I want to put the relay panel on this side. That's how it was on my Supra. Or I might just make a big enough plate to where it can fit all, like pretty much everything wiring, chassis wise and engine wise, will be on this this aluminum plate. So it's hot. It's shady, but it's hot still. I don't know. I kind of want to make like a pretty big plate where maybe it'll attach from here, go down, and like bolt up to this third one. That way I can run every single thing on there. I don't know. I should bolt down the intake manifold right now. So I think I'm gonna do that really quick, and then I'm gonna jump inside and start figuring out what I want to do with the panel and ECU mount. So I'll be back. Alright, so I was just looking over all the fuel pump wiring stuff. So this is what I came up with. So I got my fuel pump relay right here. This yellow wire is 12 volts to the fuel pump, so I'll run that guy to the red wire on the actual fuel pump. Ground wire is gonna basically go out and ground somewhere on the chassis, like maybe right here, but that'll be over there, and this wire will be connected right here. This is 12 volts from ignition switch, so that means when I flip the kill switch on and turn on ignition, this is gonna key on the relay to, you know, like make sure it's a lot, or to turn it on. And then this 12 volts, the blue wire, 12 volts to battery. This is a 12 volt constant. So this gets hooked up from here. It'll have a ring connector that goes to the actual battery post. Because for every relay you need a constant 12 volt, whether the car's on or off. So that's good. This basically is a ground. On a normal setup, this would just get grounded to a chassis or some ground point. But since my ECU is going to control the fuel pump, I'm going to wire this ground switch to this brown or green. I'm colorblind, I can't tell. Whatever this color is, this is going to get wired to this guy. And what that's going to do is when my ECU is on, it's going to trigger the fuel. It's going to trigger a signal to the relay that would complete the ground sequence, and that will just key on the relay and kick on the fuel pump. So this is like a ground trigger ECU system, I guess I'm doing. That's what the Maxxecu is gonna, you know, control. It's a ground output based, not input. So it's a ground trigger. That's what it's called, I think. So yeah. So that's all figured out. All I need to do now is basically start connecting wires and stuff. And for the fans, I was thinking about having the ECU control the fans, but might just be easier if I just do it via switches on the switch panel. Not too sure yet, but I'm gonna go over there and like I said earlier, figure out how I want to mount everything. But that's what it looks like right now. and then I can put the aim data logger in there too. But yeah, so I think that'll be easier to get to too. Like if I mount this fuel pump relay here instead of underneath the dash, because if this ever fucks up, then I'll just, you know, pop the trunk and then replace the fuse or the relay really quick. Oh, and when you connect this wire to the battery post, you have to run an inline fuse, which is like a little fuse that goes between the cable to the fuel pump or to the battery, and it'll be like a 25 amp or 30 amp fuse, because that way if something fucks up, that would the fuse would pop first and then the relay would pop or something like that. But it's just like a fail-safe system. Fuck. Okay. Alright, now I need to figure out the front area. This area is all done. Well, not done, but figured out. All this wiring on the taillights is all from the previous owner. Might just run it for now because I know it works, but maybe just clean it up a little bit, but that'll be later. But, okay. Alright guys, fuel pump wiring is almost complete. I got the connectors done and all that all nice. I'm gonna redo all this stuff, but maybe later on. But the relay is mounted. I just gotta run 2 power wires to the front, and we should be good. But I think that's it for today because I'm pretty pooped. Forgot how long wiring takes. Kind of sucks. Okay. Before I go, I want to see how the aim dash is going to look. Let's see. I can't wait to use this. Damn, that looks pretty good. Oh, can't wait. Can't wait to just sit in here and just drive. Ooh, let me get my stick on. Dude, that's perfect. Dude, can't wait. Sometimes you just gotta sit in it and pretend and imagine things, and one day it'll just happen. So it'll happen soon enough, guys. Can't wait. See you guys later. What's up, guys? Today is a new day. I'm working on the car again. Didn't really film much this morning. I started working on the car like around 9. just to get, you know, the ball rolling. But I did get a chance to start making the ECU mount. I just wanted to show you guys something real quick. So when you're making anything with aluminum, if you don't want to paint the aluminum, you could always, you know, brush it to give it that brushed aluminum metal look. And it's very easy to do. You just need some Scotch-Brite, and make sure you go in and make sure you kind of just brush it in one motion. Let me show you. Like so. So if you're going, you know, up and down, you gotta make sure you're just doing that consistently, or else it won't give you that even finished look. See? Just wanted to show you guys that real quick. I'm gonna continue working on the car right now, just to knock out some things and then start wiring the chassis, and I'll come get you guys when that's all updated. But today, I don't know, it's kind of a short day. I just gotta get a lot of stuff done. See you guys later. Alright guys, I apologize for not filming all day, but I needed to get some shit done, and I got some shit done. So I'll show you right now. So from the fuel pump wiring, I got that going down here. This goes to the battery. It's a 12-volt constant to the relay that powers up the fuel pump. So that goes to 12-volt constant. The loom keeps going, goes up, and then bam. So today I made that ECU mount you guys saw. So I got my Maxxecu all tidied up right there. Wire loom goes out from the firewall, does a little tiny bend, and bolts right up. That's a little antenna for the ECU. Got my O2 bung plug, my wideband plug I meant. Then we move over here. This is the ARC 8000 switch panel. So it has individual relays, one for starter, 12-volt ignition. This is going to be to turn on the ECU, fan 1, fan 2, headlights, and then wiper motors. So, oh, and then this is my painless master kill switch. Just mounted it up there for now. Should be okay. I might just support one more bolt in the back, but it's not too bad. But I started doing the wiring for the fans and the lights. Looks pretty good. Try to make it pretty even and, like, you know, pretty nice, but we'll see how it goes. I got the CAN wired up for the AIM Sports Data dash, and then I just gotta power up, wire up like the Deutsch connectors for the power going to that digital display. And this is the power switch or power plug to power up the ECU. There's a 12-volt ignition, the starter button, and I believe one other is for like the ground or whatever. But yeah, I'm hyped. It's pretty exciting. All the looms going over there. Someone's calling me. Hello. Alright, so yeah, I think I'm pretty done for today, and we should be good. Just gonna end the video here, guys. That's my setup. I hope you like it. It's not done yet, but it's getting there. See you later.